driving to about 30 miles away to 38 miles to pick up a PlayStation VR 2. Gonna be adding that to my YouTube channel. So because they've been adding in more, what's that called? They're gonna add in PC VR to the PlayStation VR. So that's pretty sweet. So it's pretty exciting going that way. So I'm just driving, and I think we'll just do a live real quick and just say hey. But I'm really trying to get more content for our channel because Pico's been kind of slow between releases and of anything. So it's been super slow, and I don't want a mainstream headset that the PlayStation 2 VR is mainstream, yeah, but in a way for not in a way for like PC VR. So I'll be adding PlayStation VR support for PC onto the website as well, on top of just oh hey, how you guys doing? Yeah, I'm driving to get me a PSVR 2 for PC VR since Pico can't can't be updating too much, so I need more content. So yeah, A3D man and God's Ends. Nice to meet you guys, or see you guys again. I appreciate you guys watching. Yeah, so I'm gonna be driving about 30 miles to go get this headset so I can add it to my YouTube channel. In August, they're gonna be adding PCVR support for the headset. So the price of all that stuff may end up getting a little hard to get. So that's why I'm trying to get it now, is because it could be a device that people are buying and scalping, because you know how scalping gets. I don't really want to like have to fight to try to get one for $500 when I can get one right now for $350. So that's what I'm doing right now. But then it could end up being scalped. Like the price of the headset, you know, even used, could end up being like the PlayStation 5, where if the community gets in behind the PC VR for the PS, you know, for the PSVR 2, if they, you know, PCVR, if they can get behind there and get eye tracking to work, all the other stuff to work with the for this and all the other stuff, that will be amazing, because this headset's amazing, but not as, you know, good as like, you know, other headsets, but it could hit way above its weight for price. But my worry is that the price of it will get gouged out, so that's why I'm having to go drive on my day off all the way to Salt Lake City. It's quite a distance. Salt Lake City from where I live is quite a ways, and at least it's Sunday, so it's not like a lot of traffic or anything like that. And if I'm not looking at the camera, it's because I'm being responsible and driving and paying attention to my surroundings. I'm not like really looking at the screen, you know, on the phone, because that's stupid. But yeah, you can't. You have to pay attention when you're driving. You can't be just looking at your phone. But yeah, so because of the lackluster of anything that's happening with Pico right now, I have no idea like when they're going to release the the Pico 4S, or even if that's going to really happen. It's one of those things, like you don't know if they're actually going to release it, or if ByteDance is going to restrict them from doing it. Because like you sit there, we've been sitting for months waiting for updates for the Pico 4, like even firmware wise, or even in any type of bug fix. It's been like almost 4 months since anything's have happened, and you're sitting here like waiting for Pico to do something, and they're doing nothing, and we sit here for months without any updates without anything. And then I'm sitting here like, what do I upload? I can't upload really anything because because YouTube is, like, they need content, but what content can I really create? I can't really create content without nothing from Pico. So I really needed a new headset. I didn't need one to wear and play because all I do is big screen, but I needed something for the channel, So I'm like going and, paying $350 for a headset I really don't need, but at the same time, I need to get something to keep my channel going because this is really, it's built on VR and then I have nothing because Pico's nothing, is doing nothing, and then we're like risking, like, hey, is there going to be a 4S? Who knows? They haven't been stable on anything for the past year. Like, yeah, they've, like, their employees stopped harassing me and stopped doing things to my channel and stopped doing things to my website. Yeah, that's all like calmed down and good. I'm glad they've stopped, but now there's nothing really there, like, for that. I even made a second YouTube channel just so that I could keep making content, for that. But I didn't want to like upload video games every time I turn around, and then people get upset and want to leave because they're getting notifications on me playing an old ass game that nobody wants to watch. It's kind of one of those things that who wants to watch somebody play old video games when they originally signed up and subscribed for like watching VR content, like for prepare for their headset. So I made another channel just to see if I could, not annoy everybody, but at the same while I'm waiting for Pico to figure it out. And it's just terrible. And then, there's not much going on even on the Quest 3 world. Like Quest 3, like I go buy that headset, 12 hours later I returned it. It's just, I don't need that. Like the Pico 4 is just amazing. But the problem that I had with the Quest 3 is it didn't work with my graphics card. That's I'll get the PC. Is so I could niche graphics card that nobody has, so that people can watch my stuff and say, wow, he has a niche graphics card and it works, holy shit. So that's like why I wanted the PSVR 2. On top of me already having a PS5, I already have one. So like, even if I don't like really play on the, if I don't get to use 5 and play games, I guess, I don't really care about video games and PC or VR and video games. I really like just watching movies. That's kind of my thing. But I get some motion sick. That's the problem. And maybe getting this better headset, I could finally play a Half-Life Alyx or something. And play some like really cool games. I don't know, but that's cool. Also, I bought that Pico 3 a while back, and it's a Pico 3 Pro, and it was just sitting in a box, and I'm sitting there like after I fixed the global thing on it. I was like, from the business store, I'm like, what do I do with this thing? So people were saying you should just use the display port, just use it as a display headset. So I'm going to do that first. I'm going to get that before I get the adapter for the PlayStation VR headset thing. So I'll have that. I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. So that's going to be kind of cool. So in the meantime of me waiting for the PlayStation VR headset, I can then go and deal with the Pico 3 direct connection, display port or whatever, and then and have some content there while we're waiting, since there's not really any new content that we have that would be of any use, so. But yeah, the roads are clear too. Like there's like really no cars. That is nice. It's a great time to go out there and get that. Oh shit! I literally forgot to go to the bank. Got so excited about getting the headset that I forget the bank. I have to turn around. Damn it. That sucks. All the way out here. Oh, man. Anyway, I was just so excited about going out there to get this headset that I forgot to get money. And I don't do cash apps because they suck. Alright, well, that sucks. I'm an electric car. And I didn't have full power. Yeah, I'll still make it home. It's not a big deal. Even if I don't, there's a spot I can fill up at in Farmington. Yeah, so I don't know. There's a lot of stuff out there and a lot of things that a lot of things coming up on the future of my channel. So there's stuff gonna be happening and occurring. So that's gonna be nice. And then yeah, so that'll be cool. I'm so excited about it because I just want to see other experiences too, besides just with the Intel GPU, things like that. I may end up having to like utilize my internal GPU, so my AMD 5700G. It has a internal graphics, so I could probably get away with that. To be able to use the headset and then use the graphics from there, just so that the Steam VR, if it's a problem, use the graphics from the CPU that I have. I don't know. It's kind of worrisome because I'm buying all this stuff and I don't know if it'll work. But I guess that's part of the beauty of having a niche graphics card and a niche thing and a niche headset and a niche, getting all these niche things. The beauty of it is being able to know, like, for other people to be able to go out and buy it and say, oh yeah, it'll work. So hopefully it's helpful, and help the community a little bit, because it's like not everybody has an Intel Arc GPU, which that card punches way above its weight, and it's well worth it for the cost. Oh man, and I don't want any other graphics card. I like the Arc GPUs. They can transcode like no other, and they're very, very good priced freaking graphics cards. And pretty much every game I've played has been pretty good. There's only been like a couple games, and that's because one was a PlayStation game. Wow, PlayStation, you can't even optimize your computer games for other graphics cards. Yeah, great. Yeah, so I play on that on Steam Deck, and then Uncharted or whatever that game was. But even an unreleased game, the Wolverine game that was leaked, I was able to play that on my Arc GPU. It's not even released. It's like not finished, but so yeah, just kind of did a live streams will know that there's going to be a new headset, really high. A lot of YouTube channels were coming out saying, hey, we should like have, everybody should be getting this. And then the hype died down after 2 months, 3 months. 3 months, half those YouTubers were gone after the Pico, and then like the other half of YouTube after 6 months, like there's no one talking about the Pico really. I mean, there's a couple channels now, but it's not as the level as it used to be. So adding another family member like the PlayStation VR would be kind of nice to it, so that people have another entry point into VR. And so it's going to be pretty interesting. And I wonder if I may have to just get trackers of some sort, if that's a thing, and then do some VR chat with it, because that would be kind of cool. Because getting the eye tracking and all that shit is going to be kind of cool. I know it's not going to be day one, but it'll be like, eventual. There's going to be so much stuff. HDR may even be a thing for it. Freaking OLED HDR on the headset. Come on now, like that ain't bad. The resolution isn't that great, but I heard the resolution's in a different kind of way. I don't know. I've never really even studied up on the PlayStation VR stuff because I wasn't never interested in PlayStation because I don't really like their company and their ideas and what they've done here, and I like anime a lot. And what they've done to the community, like to the anime community, is terrible. It's very about getting a PlayStation, or because of what they did to Crunchyroll and what they did to anime, and then what they did to Rice stuff. They literally own everything when it comes to anime, and then they do a bunch of crap to it. It's really annoying, and I hate it. So that's why I'm like, the PlayStation VR wasn't on my radar because of that. But then when everybody was like, yeah, we're going to get a PC adapter, we're going to have this and that and the other, and that's going to be cool. For what they've done with Ivory on the PSVR 1, and all they can do is racing sims with that sucker. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Like the PSVR 2 is gonna be cool on PC. I can just feel it. I had the same feeling when the Pico 4 launched. I was coming from the Pico 3, and I could feel it. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be insane. This is gonna be cool, and I was right. And so I have a sneaky feeling that it's gonna be kind of the similar, where it's gonna be an underdog type situation for VR. And it'll tie us over for Deckard. So basically, we're getting a non-compressed signal to your face. That's really what's cool. So like if Pico, if they could do the 4S with the actual display port to the freaking computer, that would be freaking top tier. I don't know why they even did that. Took their display port off the Pico Pool 4. And why they didn't include it with the Pico 4 Pro, I have no clue why they did that. I think it's ridiculous. I know it's cost saving. I know they did it for cost. But people want a direct connection. They don't really want to play through Wi-Fi. And so there's just so much that can go wrong in a Wi-Fi connection to your computer. Like, even though I have a really good Wi-Fi router and I'm connecting it to my thing, or my computer, and there's interference. Like occasionally I'll get bleeps in the gameplay, and so I'm sitting there playing and watching a movie, and then it stutters because of the Wi-Fi. Like, I'm tired of that. That's another reason why I want to get the PSVR. I want a direct connection, man. That's why I got the Pico 3 with the display port, and then swapped out the facial interface for the non-pro version because I have it on my. And yeah, I definitely need to order another facial interface for the Pico 3 because I need to report on that saying you should get this head facial interface if you have a Pro or a Link, because that one that comes with it is shit, and the one that comes with the that comes with the Pico 3 non-pro is so comfortable compared. So if you have a Pico 3, they are interchangeable, and I swapped mine out to the other one that I had, and it's way nicer, and definitely worth the upgrade or the buy it. If you have a Pico 3, get the. You can try to find the non-pro version facial interface, because that thing is sick and it's comfortable. And the back head thing is still okay between the two, the back pad, and they're completely different. So if you order one from the non-pro to the pro or the Link, they're different pads. the headset between the Pico 3 and that is completely different. So the two Pico 3s versions are completely different from each other. And so not all things are the same, but that facial interface is exactly the same. So yeah, but that's the only reason. Like, is I'm tired of Wi-Fi connections. I'm tired of all that. I want to be able to just connect directly to my computer and not have the screen tearing and the problems that Wi-Fi introduces, because that lag is just not good. And yeah, I could use virtual desktop, but people cannot hear me correctly in big screen. Like, it literally sounds like I'm talking through a metal pipe. It's not a good experience for the people around me. And I do talk occasionally, and movies and anime, you know. But thingy, and then in the Discord, and then maybe do a video on what future is coming on the headset for that, and then hopefully it brings more life to the channel and more videos for other things, and still focus on Pico, of course, but like have another avenue for slow news days for Pico, like have other things, because it's like months on end of nothing, and I just can't have that. I want to be able to stuff for everybody to kind of watch, but yeah, I can't believe I drove like 15 miles and didn't get the money. Sitting there driving like an idiot, but it's pretty cool. And my bank is like tiny. They only have three branches. They don't have very many, so I couldn't just go to Salt Lake and just stop by the bank, because they don't even have it. They don't have this bank anywhere else but in my city. So, all right, here we go. I used to have Chase, and it would have been cool, but Chase sucks. I don't like Chase at all. All right, let's go ATM. Come on now. Give me my money. Okay. No. Cash withdrawal. Savings. Hopefully I'm not over my limit. I've never pulled this much money out of my ATM. Okay. I think they said 500 is the limit, so hopefully. All right, I gotta count this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Perfect. That's what 20s look like in the United States. Cool. All right. Cool. Yeah, $350. I got it for $350. So that ain't bad. $350 for PSVR 2. Is that a good deal? What do you guys think? You think that's a great deal? I think it's a good deal. He wanted 400. He said price negotiable. I said 350. I didn't want to underball him so hard. He was willing to work with me. He's just quite a ways away. I only lost 5% in this mistake, so on driving, but it's still cool. But I think 350 is good. I spent a lot of money last few days, but it is what it is. If you have a hobby, you got to paint your hobbies, right? mean, I already have I have freaking 3 headsets. I have the Pico 3 Pro, 4 headsets, the Pico 4 and the Quest 2. So now I'm on my 5th headset. Like, what? I only have one face. Why do I need 5 headsets? It's ridiculous. Could I resell them? Yeah, I could, but it's mostly for YouTube. The Quest 2 I don't really deal with because it's not, I don't really even turn that thing on. I only used it the other day. My friend wanted to see what like VR was about, and so I gave him that to use. It would have been better to show him off with a Pico 3, but it is what it is. And I only have, I had another computer I could have used, but so I don't know. I think $350 is fair. I don't have to pay taxes on it. If I would have went on YouTube or on eBay, I would have paid $315 plus the taxes. It would end up being about $350 anyway, and then I don't have to wait for shipping because like you have to wait days, and I hate it. I hate waiting days. Another project I was doing is so I was going into doing like remastering of old video games. Like I know like repros are kind of like cringe, but as long as you're not trying to make the reproduction pass as like a real copy, I think that's less cringe, because like you're not like trying to scalp people to death. You're just trying to get like a little bit of money for your time, and then like a little bit of money for the equipment and like the device that you're putting the game on, and then you're making it a copy, and you're stating that it's not real, but it looks nice and very good. That's what I've been waiting to do for like a month and a half now, almost 2 months. I've been waiting to do this for 2 months, and I'm still yet to get my programmer. And this DHgate guy, this DHgate friggin' website sucks. The guy that I bought from, it's coming. And then you try to like report it. It's like, you have to wait so many days after. Dude, I'm not gonna get it. It's stuck in freaking, supposedly in California. I don't even know if they re-signed the damn tracking number to other people too. I don't know. They're trying to scam, I guess, because like I have not received it. No updates since the 22nd of May. Are you kidding me? No updates of movement since the 22nd. It should have been in my hands by now. It's in California. I'm in Utah. Where is it? And I've been waiting almost 2 months to get started on this project, and I can't even get going. And then like I've ordered like 3 other programmers, and every single one of them were knockoffs and not the right one. Like they literally state in there that it's the certain one, and then I have to return it because it's not the certain one that they sold me, and then I have to send it back to them because it's a ripoff of the one that I need. And so I keep, and I'm paying more and more every time to get the right one, and every time I get the wrong one. And now it's 2 months, and I don't even know if I'm going to get the right device. That's why I'm getting upset, is because like, okay, it's been 2 months. I don't know if I'm going to get even the right thing, and I waited 2 months for it. How am I going to return it because it's taking almost 2 months? I'm so frustrated when it comes to doing that, like having things. And then like the original cards I was gonna get are always sold out, so I could not have that as a revenue stream. I could not have that as a merchandise stream of making product to sell, because then I would be like, I have orders, I can't even fulfill them because the company's always sold out. So I had to go to this other one. And then they require a specific niche programmer. And then if you get the one that they knock off, then you can't use that one because it doesn't work. So I'm sitting here waiting for a niche programmer. It's so frustrating. But I can't even get your project started because because of like Chinese shipments. So that's why I was going, like I'd rather pay the $350 for this PSVR 2. Not have to wait for the shipment of wherever it's coming from and wait days and then be like, oh, that's if you get it. Yeah. So that's crazy and a half. But yeah, so I have 33 miles till I get to where I'm going and to pick up the headset, and then hopefully it's decent and hopefully I didn't leave it outside. Fry the lenses. I should have just checked the freaking pawn shops, but I don't know if they'd have a PSVR 2 at the pawn shops. I don't know. You never know. And then they always want way more than the value of it is. And then even if it was at the pawn shop, they probably want $450 for it. Only give you $100 discount for a used item. The only time you get hooked up on like is when you're like have to reset a computer and buy a new hard drive for it, or if you have to like unlock an iPhone or something, which I've done, and I have fun doing that. Unlocking iPhones and reselling phones. I used to do reselling phones all the time. Before I had this job at what I do now, I used to just sell phones, buy phones, resell them, make money on those. But in reality, it gets so expensive, and it's so much risk. And when you don't have money coming in and a money stream from a job, and you're dependent on this money, it makes it really, really hard to want to do the phone repair. And then people ask you to repair screens, and iPhones make it so hard to repair screens. I don't want to do it. It's not that you can't. It's the hardware isn't the hard part. It's the software that locks you in, that you can't do anything to fix the phone and all that. Sucks. So anyway. So last night I was laying in bed ready to go to bed, right? And then I was watching this YouTuber. She has 1,034 subscribers or something like that. So she's similar size of a similar size of YouTube as a channel as mine. And she's a singer girl, so of course she has content that's a little more interesting. In her live chat, she only had one or two people, and it was me and one other person, and they dip in and out, right? And I feel bad for her because she kind of as she said, she's a Japanese singer, so she mostly speaks Japanese, but she states she says things she's super depressed, super sad, and it kind of scary because you don't know a lot of people that are Japanese, they're very emotional and sad a lot of times, and they have a lot of stuff that bothers them. So you always worry, and I'm just I don't know. It just was kind of sad. And then I was hoping I could just fall asleep with her live stream on, And then she's like, "I'm gonna go, see ya, bye," and in Japanese, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just close off my phone, I guess. But it was kind of just sad. You can tell she really cares about singing and her hobbies and stuff, but it's her channel is just kind of, she gets a lot of people to like her channel, but then there's just no interaction. So I really do what I'm getting at is I really appreciate you guys watching my content. I know it's not edited and very fun at all, as much as watching a singer or people with more talent. It's just me fucking around on VR stuff and just goofing around and playing around with shit. So I do appreciate, the interactions I get with the community and stuff. You guys are freaking top tier. And so thanks, man. I appreciate it a lot, actually. So it kind of encourages. That's why I'm even though I'm not a huge channel in any stretch of imagination, it does make it worth the while of going and driving, taking my day off and driving all the way to go get a headset on my day off. With how much interaction I get for how small my channel is, it's pretty amazing, and it's pretty cool. So it makes it worth like spending money on a hobby, just for the kicks and giggles of it, to see if I can make something work that isn't like mainstream. It kind of is rewarding in its own way, how the community is. So very much thanks. And then, as you guys can tell on my YouTube channel and stuff, I don't ever really ask for subs. I don't ask for likes or any of that stuff. I kind of just do my channel, do my videos, try to help, and then move on, and not even talk about subscribing, not talk about the subscriber numbers, blah, blah, blah. Because it doesn't really, to me, you could have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but if you have no interaction with anybody, or just a bunch of bots, this is cool, because I know there's not a bunch of bots on my channel. I know there's real people and people interested in VR too, and it's cool because you get to interact with the whole community. The Discord has been a godsend. Being able to communicate with people through Discord is so cool. Years ago, before I even did VR stuff, I had a YouTube channel. It was like Goochbuntu. It was my YouTube channel. And I had quite a few subscribers. It wasn't a big number like this. It was 300, 400 subscribers, which was huge for me at that time. That was in 2008, 2009. And I was doing cruise tablets, those cheap cruise tablets from Radio Shack. Oh man, they were Chinese tablets without the Android market. That was the time in Android market. So I'd sit there and have instructions. I wish I would have known the script then, because I would have just ran scripts and it would have just installed the Android market without any problem. But man, I even had a website with, it was a website that you could, forums. I had a forum site. So it wasn't a Discord or anything, because at that time it was forums, the way you communicate with the community. And so I had a whole community forum site for a cruise tablet, which is completely niche. And I got about 300 subscribers from it. It was really, really cool. It was an important part of my life for a while, was just being able to do a hobby fixing Android tablets. And then so I took that knowledge from what I got from Android tablets, short videos, you just kind of point and shoot a video camera, record your desktop, that type of stuff. And then and that's kind of the mix of what I did for this channel, which is cool. Oh no, I went the wrong way. Okay. Oh well. I was supposed to go 215. Dang it. But anyway, so I used my old format with this new channel with VR, and it worked out pretty well. I think it worked out better than trying to do the format lights. And I really do believe that that's the really mark of success, is doing something that that worked at a small scale, and then you implement the small scale, and there you go. And I think the cool, going to the Discord and seeing people help each other and stuff, it's so cool. There's so much smarter people than me, and so it's humbling to watch other people help other people on there, and just they know so much more than I do about things. So it's kind of cool. That's respect, because there's always somebody smarter. There's always somebody in the room smarter than you, and so when you see other people smarter than you, you're just amazed by how cool they are, and so the Discord is pretty sweet. I mean, the only reason why a lot of this stuff worked for me for this is I'm into tech support industry. Like even back in 2008, I was working for Motorola, and I did tech support for their cable and router. So I was a network admin kind of thing. So I was doing like network tech, and then so it helped me, like with forms and stuff because I was a network tech. And then so like tech support, learned how to do tech support, and then like I go in and I do like I get this job over doing like medical alarms. I'm basically tech support. I'm building product. I'm making product and doing all of that stuff as tech support. And now I'm doing VR headsets, tech support kind of thing. It's so cool, like using like professional background in tech support to help with VR headsets. Be able to give troubleshooting steps, asking questions on how to like what's going on with the headset so that you understand where they're at, because not everybody's in the same spot, and then figure out where they're at and then lifting them up from there and helping them get their stuff working. That's what's really cool about the whole YouTube and Discord. And Discord I get to interact one-on-one, that's what's really nice, because you can just walk people through it and all that stuff. It's really rewarding in a lot of ways. And just get to meet really cool people from all over the world. Like, before I worked at the job I'm at now, I really didn't talk very much, like, because I didn't really know anybody, like, locally, and I didn't really have a normal job. I was just a caregiver for my parents, and, like, and my uncle, I took care of him until he died. And so I didn't talk very much, like my verbal, like I didn't talk really at all. And so I'd go days without speaking. And so the YouTube channel, and when before I launched or got this job, the only time I really talked was when I shot videos for YouTube, so it's kind of interesting. But yeah, I'm just passing my work now, so, because we're going to West Valley, Utah, Salt Lake City. Beautiful, beautiful country. I lived all over the U.S. So I lived in Idaho. I was born in Idaho, and then we went to Arkansas. Lived in Arkansas as a kid. Got hit by a car when I was about five or six. And then we moved to Conway in Arkansas. So we went to Little Rock and then Conway, and then I moved back to Utah. Then I moved to Colorado, and then I went to a ministry down. So I went on a church ministry down in Mississippi and Louisiana. I'm not religious now, but I was religious when I was a kid. And then, I went on a Mormon mission. So, because I'm Mormon, kind of. I don't really go anymore and do any of that. But, so I went on a mission down there for 2 years. Came back to Utah, or after mission, I went to Colorado, lived there, got married to a whore, and then she started cheating, and then I got divorced. I moved to Utah, and then got married again to another whore, and then went to Pennsylvania for a while for work. Came back to Utah, and that's kind of the whole life of me, of where I've been. And out of everywhere I've been, I liked Utah the most. It's not as good as it used to be, just so you know. Utah in the 90s was awesome. Utah now sucks. People are so anal, but I guess that's everywhere you go. Everybody's I think they all required to wear butt plugs around here because they all are fucking whiners, dude. Little crybabies and shit. But maybe it's just the era I grew up in where people wasn't as sensitive. But nowadays, everybody's just so sensitive, and it's hard to deal with them. That's probably why I didn't talk for months and try to talk to people, is because I didn't want to deal with their bullshit. Yeah, definitely crazy. So, I'm in North Salt Lake right now. It's gonna be kind of cool. North Salt Lake. Actually, Woods Cross, and then almost North Salt Lake. Woods Cross, then North Salt Lake, and then Salt Lake City. But I'm going to West Valley, which is right off the, west of Salt Lake. But yeah, hopefully the community helps with the PSVR 2, and then I'll be able to use my website. What's crazy is I'm gonna have to clean up my file server, because I have a lot of files up on OneDrive, and I have to clean it up because I have 100 gigs, but I'm pretty full. And if I'm expanding to PSVR, I'm going to have to, make up space for PSVR as well. Just so, because I'm expanding, expanding to headsets. It's going to be cool. I think that's probably the best worth it one out of all of them, because you got all these YouTubers that are going to be following the Quest 3. You have all these. A Vive would have been great if I would have got the Vive, but no one would want to buy that. It's kind of a dead console. I gotta get in front of this big old truck here. There we go. I was gonna get behind him, but I decided to get in front of him. He's going like 2 miles an hour. The Vive would have been, the Vive Crystal or whatever would have been cool. The Pimax Crystal, that would have been cool, but they're so overpriced, and so it would have been hard, because why would I make a channel that's only going to have like 3 people watching it, or 3 people that bought the damn headset? It's kind of stupid. I don't really want to do that. So, yeah, it's crazy, because I think the PSVR 2 is the only one that makes sense, because it's not officially supported. There's like, PlayStation's not going to want to support it. Like, they're going to release the app, but they're not going to really fully support it. So there's YouTubers are going to be all excited at first, then they're just going to kind of give up on it and go to the next big news story. So I think the PSVR 2 is like the one to go with. I don't know. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but I wasn't wrong about the Pico 4, and I wasn't wrong about the Pico 3. So maybe this one will be right on the money for what we're doing, and it might be the one to buy over that Pico 4S, especially at the $500 market price. $500 plus $60 for the desktop adapter. And then I think that'll be. This is gonna be the sweet spot, because anything that's close to it would be like the big screen beyond, and because the big screen beyond is probably the closest PC connected headset. So I think this one with the direct connection is going to be pretty damn sick. Okay, I got to go to 3500 South. And so I'm probably going to end it here. Thank you for hearing me ramble. That was pretty sick. Long drive. I was in the car for 50 minutes. But I do appreciate you guys, and thank you guys for watching my videos. I know they're kind of weird, but it is what it is, and I'll be shooting video of me looking at the VR headset with my own twist. I know it's already had unboxing of those, but peace out, guys, and thanks for watching.